talk about the marina in a minute.
Do you know the story as to why we've got a blue anchor on the entrance to Watchet rather than at blue anchor?
The reason why there's a blue anchor is because there was a colour that we used to make our own denim here, and it's called Watchet Blue.
Yeah.
And I know you look and say Watchet Blue, you don't see any of the paint charts, but if you went to America and put down Google Watchet Blue, they will come up with that colour, because the denim was taken over to America and it was known as Watchet Blue. So, but we kind of lost sight of what it is. King Charles was supposed to have worn a jacket of Watchet Blue when he had his head chopped off.
All right.
Yes, he did say to the axeman, please do it in one, so you don't want a double take. All right. Hence, do you know the expression? Here was a 41. Well, a groat is something, wasn't it? 2 twos is make a groat, something like that. And he used to say, here's a 41 to the axeman to make sure he did a good job. So that's where it comes. Give you a 41. It's not an ice cream. It's having your head chopped off. Okay, mine for the Benevolent Society of Fishermen and Mariners. The man that used to live in that house used to be the representative. Whether his wife still does it, I don't know. And what money they collect is then sent off to the appropriate authorities to raise money. Right, here we're coming into Swain Street. Come over this side.
Thank you.
Now getting into the area of the Court Leet, which I am a representative of. Right, why is it called Swain Street? Because they used to drive pigs up and down here. Swain, swine, it's Anglo-Saxon, so that's why it's called Swain Street. I see the landlord of the Bell Inn coming down, marching with a stout staff across his shoulder. And there's a Court Leet jury member, Mr. Dudley Binding, a very old name of Watchet. He's on the Court Leet with me. I don't know what his duties are anymore, but he is a master Morris man, or of the Fellowship of Morris men. Pardon?
When the knees allow.
When the knees allow, and the beer don't kick in. So.
But I'm all right with me pig's back.
So I've heard, if they hadn't had the marina put in, on some storms the sea will come right up to the top of the slipway. When you get a big tide, then all of a sudden, the wind turns northeasterly, the swell and the pull back through here to get it up here. And on some tides, a lot of these shops have cellars where they used to go smuggling. There's supposed to be a secret route out into, well, this. Have you got a cellar in your helica, sir? No, but they have in here.
When there was a tunnel under the road here.
Yeah.
Which was widened some years ago.
Yeah.
For the water.
Yeah, but it was, but there was access, and they used to bring the boats up into the basin and they'll float so no one could see them for the alcohol. We was as bad as the Cornish and the people in Devon for smuggling. Even the gentry were in on it, there's money to be made. So, here we are, Swain Street, the foundry, one of the early industrial buildings of the town. Mr. Stone lives now, but that was one of the main employees to make all the metal you needed for your ploughs, and they used to make stuff for traction engines and things like that. This is the foundry. Now we're coming into Market Street. Market House Museum. Originally, as far as I know, was it a chandlery at one time? That was key. It was a chandlery. This was the main chandlery for the boats. Hence the mooring post here. But Clintons were one of the last people, Clintons had it as a building at one time, which is over in Willerton, where you live. And they were the last kind of business to work out of here. But it's a chandlery, it's a church, and it's a prison. So there can't be many places like that. We'll go this side. We'll talk about the cobbling. This is one of the last few intact areas of cobble in the town. All the streets would have been done with this. But it also was the market house. And a market house in the town would always be in the middle. And you'll be thinking, hang on a minute, it's right on the edge of the sea. But there used to be cottages on the other side and the other side of that. And they've all been washed away. There was a great tsunami. I've got it in here. I'll try and tell you what date it was, but we had a tsunami through rockfall in the mantle of where we are here, off Southern Ireland, caused a great surge of water and it killed 3,000 people and went 14 miles inland. So you got to the flatlands of Somerset, there's pictures, which if you hold my bell a minute, I'll show you. It's alright, it's here somewhere. To give you dates, and you want to know about it, but they are. That's a depicting one of the churches of the Great Flood. All these people were killed from it.
But roughly how long ago was that?
I'll tell you now, sir. Early history.
Nearly 800 years.
Oh, it's about 14th century, I've got a feeling. Pirates, harbour. Bristol tsunami, here we are. 1607. Massive wave travelled down the Bristol Channel, destroying houses on both sides of the channel, travelling 14 miles inland and killing over 3,000 people. Traditionally, it's thought to have been a storm surge, but recent studies by Bath University, exclamation, question mark, on that I'll put, is increasingly likely to be a tsunami caused by the fault off the east coast of Ireland. All older houses on the seafront date from 1610, so it's likely that the original dwellings are all destroyed. And don't forget, a lot of the buildings are only made of coal, straw and mud, and a bit of stone, and a bit of moss manure. So, I'm sure we put water with manure, it's soon to, what we all do is make a blast, but don't you? Sorry. It's the only way I can put it over. Okay, I'll have my bell back. What I might do is just leave my bell in the pebbles. It's half a stone, that is. 3.25 kilos. The old bell was 2.8 kilos, was heavy enough. Anyway, last bit of cobbling we got here. And here we are, the Holy Cross Chapel. It's used, I think, every Sunday. They ring the bell. And here we have the Courtly Lockup. So if you don't behave yourselves, I could have you incarcerated in there. But the only trouble is, we don't have a special constable anymore. And that was one of the positions of the Courtly. And they felt once we lost our powers, it wasn't sensible to have a constable. So, but maybe in time it's a position that might come back.
And what was the Courtly?
The Courtly, right, I'll put my bell down now. It's going to take me 5 minutes to explain it to you.
All right, sorry.
No, that's right. Here we go. The main man of the Courtly is called the Portreeve. And what he used to do was to make sure they had all the duties, tax, the roads were kept up to scratch, weights and measures. He was the man. And you had, when we meet now, once a year, on the last Thursday, hope he turns it off in a minute. Right, so, they were to collect the taxes, uphold the law, as a court would be. We're still called jurors now, even though I'm the bellman and I'm the only employee of the Courtly. Don't pay very well, I tell you. But once a year in October, we have a goose dinner, we have pickled walnuts, well, we have ordinary walnuts now, very nice, clotted cream, apple pie, and I did say about the goose dinner, didn't I? And we have a very special punch. No one knows what it's made of. It's served in a very, very old silver bowl with a very special silver label. And we have that to drink. There's never any left. It's very nice. We also before we have our dinner, we sit down in 2 rows. We have the bailiff, and the bailiff will get the handcuffs from the museum, put them on the table. We have the Bible, and we swear on the Bible that we will uphold the law and do our best for the town of Watchet and the Portreeve. And if the Portreeve is not there, he sends his representative, which at the moment is the estate's manager. But sometimes we're very fortunate to have Dr. Catherine used to be the Portreeve for us, but since her demise, sometimes her brother will come down, William Wyndham, or there's a lady called Salvana Chandler, which is sister of Dr. Catherine, and she will be there to represent the Portreeve. But if he's not there, it's the estate manager.